All right, cameras on. What's up? So, the title of this is going to be Hello 30. So, my birthday is tomorrow. It is about 10:57 p.m. I am in Los Angeles. So here's the message for y'all. Hello 30. Goodbye 20s. My life up until this point was a mess. Spent my 20s in so much stress. At 27, my daughter changed my life. At 28, I found God and saved my life. Thankful for the mistakes because they made me great. Every loss was indeed a lesson. In a rush as if my life was supposed to be all together. Slowed down and understood that as long as I learned, I grew. I started changing from the inside. The journey to this point was beyond amazing. Dear 30, I've loved, I've lost, I've won, I've had fun, I've did things I wasn't supposed to. I've had good times and bad times. I've made mistakes. But here's my promise to you. Just because I'm older doesn't mean I can't have fun. My 30s will be my 20s relived in a much more mature way. Here's to growing with God within myself, being a father and finding out what life's all about. Maybe marriage, maybe a house, but I'm gonna live without a doubt. I'll accept change as growth and not age. I'll sip wine, but only on my birthdays. I'll consider others as I never have before. I'll grow within my career and continue to feed my soul. Foot down, tunnel vision, grind starts now. I've always had this vision to change the world, and that's why mind over actions makes me smile. It's a pleasure to give back from what I've learned. Our next generation is who will eventually be taking care of you. Live your life and be you. 30 is just a number, but it's nice to meet you. So I wrote that actually, y'all gotta excuse me. This whole trip just has not been going as planned. It was raining like the first 4 days of the trip, and then I got sick. Man, I'm fighting through all of this to just still try to continue to present these videos because it's the more I do it, the more I find the passion in doing it. And 30 is it's amazing to be able to reach that age and be young like I am and in my prime and just where I feel like I am in my career. And I really just want to leave you guys with a real quick message. um, Again, I do not have a vehicle. I'm not financially where I want to be. I ride my bike to work, man, and if anything, that humbled me to where I have a lot more patience. I had a lot more understanding. I was way more diligent in, seeking what was going on in my life and why I did the things that I did. Man, I thank God for putting me in the situation that He put me in because I wouldn't be where I am today. Um, I'm just very, thankful, and it's bittersweet because mentally being confined by what I was going through messed me up for a lot of years. And being able to come out and talk about these things is never easy, but I do it because I know that there's people out there that are, dealing with these same issues. And it's not about me. To God be the glory. And everybody's got a testimony, and they need to tell it because somebody you can change somebody's life. Uh, and man, that means to me more than money. Because when I look back at these videos and my kids they get older, they can always have something to reflect on who their dad was. Even if I was to pass away, God forbid, they would know who I was. They would know my character. They would know my personality. They would know, the type of person that I am. And one of the things that I said in one of my videos is, when you die, nobody's gonna worry about how much money you have, rather than who you are, rather than the type of person that you are. Nobody ever talks about what you have when you pass away. And that's just food for thought, man. I'm grateful for 5 fingers. I'm grateful for, a mouth to be able to talk. I'm grateful for my speech. I'm grateful for, 2 ears to be able to hear. I'm grateful for eyesight. You gotta be grateful for these things because I walk around and I see people that are less fortunate, man, and it breaks my heart because we take that for granted. Um, where I'm at in my life and how happy I am and how content with where I am, like I say, man, it has nothing to do with money. It has absolutely nothing to do with money. Now, I wear gold and, I have a gold watch, but, it's just materialistic items that will not go be with me when I pass away. They won't be in my, my casket or, however I choose to be if when that time comes. But Um, it's okay to look nice. It's okay to feel good about yourself. It's okay to love yourself. Um, but true happiness lies within. You got to be happy with yourself before you could ever be happy with anybody else. And like I say, the message for today is just appreciate what you have, where you're at, fight through your trials and tribulations. Turn everything negative that comes your way into something positive. You know, allow God to truly help shape you and mold you, because that's the only way that I'm where I'm at today. Without the finances, a lot of people look at finances and they're just like, man, I gotta have a nice car, I gotta have a lot of money, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. It's you don't. You could be happy with who you are and where you're at, right where you're at, exactly where you're at. It doesn't matter, just be mindful of that, and be aware of you, and work on that, because you're gonna have to do that every day. It's a work in progress every single day, and this is why I'm taking that next step this weekend to be baptized, because I need God to continue to lead me, because I constantly fight going back to who I used to be. I constantly fight that. It's not easy. It's not easy. With the way that the world is now, access to internet, and I don't even need the internet to walk out my house and see a half naked woman. Like, it's just the norm now. Like, but as men, speaking for myself, I have to fight against that, because we don't fight against flesh and blood, and that's what the Bible talks about. We fight against spirits and principalities. It's a spiritual warfare going on, and just trying to make people aware of that. But man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. 30 tomorrow, so now I have something as a staple to just look back on and see where I'm at. Man, these videos, they push me. They continue to push me to be better. To always look at myself and make sure that I'm not just talking from a place of just to be able to talk. I do this, man, and I struggle. I do struggle every day, but it's a greater power within me that's helping me, get through, and that's God. To God be the glory, man. Y'all be blessed. Peace.